Hello and welcome to Crafting with Rini. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. We actually run a blog a few weeks ago and this card was featured. This was my card that I featured. It was a blog hop for Stampin' Up! This particular blog was to show off the new spring summer catalogue that's just come out, that's just replaced the Christmas one. There are some fabulous ideas. So if you click onto the blog and have a look, and you can click on everybody else's links, you can see all the fabulous ideas that everyone had. And a lady's actually emailed me. She's been waiting for me putting this on the blog. I have not been very well. This is the first time I've been on here for a few weeks, so I just wanted to go over the card and show you quickly how I assembled it, how I put it together. It's very easy. So what I've done is I've taken an A4 piece of card and I've scored it and folded it in half, and then what I've done is it's 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres. So what I've done is it's 30 centimetres long and then it's 15 centimetres down. So I've trimmed it down to size, but then to get the panel you just literally fold the panel back on itself like so. So let me show you on this one that I'm about to start. So there's your card, you've trimmed it and scored it to size, and you just fold that piece back on itself. And the first thing I did was I put the sentiment on the top. So using the sentiment, don't forget that you need your little craft buddy. When I find out where I put mine, I usually keep mine in a little container. This is brilliant because it stops all the powder from leaking out. So all you do is just put your craft buddy on there. What it is it's an anti-static pad. So it wipes all of our oily fingerprints off, and it actually helps the Versamark when you stamp with the Versamark, and that's where the embossing powder sticks. Right, so ink that up. Right, I'm just making sure I've got the stamp the right way. Yep, ink that up, put it on there and stamp it down. There we go. I'm just bringing my little pot to catch me powder. I've usually got a sheet of paper for this, but it's not handy. Not exactly straight, but it'll do. There we go. Heat that up. There we go, all done. Right, now I've cut a piece of paper to slide inside. Normally I stick some tape on this, but for quickness I'm just going to put some glue on. I think the one on the original one was only about 2 inches wide or so, but this is just a quick one just to show you how to do it. Slide it in right into the crease of the card. Make sure it goes right the way in and just flatten it down. I don't usually measure pieces of paper like this. I usually just trim them off with a nice big pair of scissors, and it just finishes their end off. There you go, give it a nice finish. So that's that. Sorry, I should have told you what we're using to do this, shouldn't I? I know if you've been on the blog you'll already know, but we're actually using the Geared Up Garage bundle. So I've got the Thinlit dies and I've got the stamps, and they're absolutely brilliant. I really do like them. I'll be able to make loads and loads of different men's cards with these. I'm also today going to use the Thinlit dies. These are the stitch shapes, so you get 3 sets in this set. This the oval, the square and the round. The oval, the square and the round, yeah, that's right. I've used the larger of the oval to put to cut the cream die out. And I'm going to bring my stamp platform in here. So what I've done, I've used mirror card, and it's a very shiny card, but I've used StazOn ink. StazOn ink is brilliant because it stays on all surfaces. It's absolutely brilliant. And I have used my Stampin' platform platform for this. And the great thing about your stamping platform, I mean, I am a good stamper, I've stamped for donkey's years, but just now and again I do have where I haven't put enough ink on, it hasn't quite stamped enough, and sometimes you just cannot reline them, and especially when it's the rubber stamps. So there's my sentiment. I'm stamping the car, I'm stamping the oil can, and I'm stamping the toolbox. And you see how that's just a little bit faint, I wanted it a bit darker. So the beauty of this is the stamp goes back down right in place, so you can see where you're stamping. Excellent, I'm happy with that. And then slide your magnets off. These magnets are really, really strong. Mine's stuck together and one of them has snapped. And you wouldn't believe it, but I am a seamstress and I must get round to sewing a little tag on it so that it won't happen anymore. There we go, I'm very, very happy with that. So now what I'm going to do is get my dyes. I'm going to dry it off with the gun because the StazOn ink will dry on any surface. But I want to make sure it's completely dry before I put it in the die cutting machine, because StazOn will stain everything. It'll stain your cutting mats. So I'm just going to go over there and make sure that's all nice and dry. Lovely jubbly. So I'm going to bring in the machine now. I don't know whether you know how to use a machine, but your machines are all sandwiched. Every die cut that you do on every single machine that you use, they are all sandwiched. There is a magnetic shim inside this. It's brilliant. So once your die goes on, it actually, can you see where I've got a state of my car on there when I've cut it out? So that goes on there, and these go on, and then you choose your dies you're going to cut. So once you put your car die on, the magnetic strip underneath and in between should hold that in place. There we go. My watering can. There we go. And the toolbox. This one's just a little bit tricky to get it around the shape. Come on, you little devil. There we go. Sandwich it with a lid, and I'm cutting down into the board, so my cutting board is in the bottom. And the other thing that I have cut out, I've cut the cogs out here, and I'm putting them on the front of the board. So there's my little car. Loving it. And there's my little my oil can. I keep calling it a watering can. And that's actually finished with for now. Now, on the cogs, what I've done is I have kept some of the circles out of the cogs to decorate the edge of the card. When I was poking all of the waste out, and I thought, oh, I quite like those. So on these big circles, see them, can't you? I've actually kept the circles to decorate the card. I thought they were quite nice. And they did go with the silver ribbon. So there's my cog all pushed out. Isn't that lovely? Right, we're all ready to go now. Right. So, when I've put the elements in, I've actually raised them. What on earth have I done with my white circle? Oh, crap. Sorry, you'll have to bear with me. I'll put my white circle somewhere. Oh, I've only covered it over with the other card. Sorry, I am not on top form today. I just feel so guilty that I didn't get this online when I promised I would. There we go. The dimensions are absolutely brilliant that we use from Stampin' Up. I like them because they're quite big in size, circumference, but they're not too high. I don't like decoupage pads when they're too high. There we are. So I'm just going to stick that on there. Just place it anywhere you want. I'm going to raise these and put these in here. And I've bent my box so that it's a little bit shaped, if you like. Just stick that at the top. My watering can. And I've rounded that. Put that on there. My car, I'm gluing on flat. I just want him down flat because everything else is raised. There we go. And the cogs. I'm going to put the cogs on the front. There we go. Put the cog on there. There we go. And then I want to put these little embellishments on that I've pushed out of the and I love this little tool. It's a pick-up tool, so it picks it up. What I usually do when I'm doing things like this is I have a little piece of grease paper and I put a little bit of glue on, and the glue holds it in place. So there's one. Take the other end off. Put the other front on the front. There we go. And then I'm going to put a smaller one on. And the good thing about this glue is it does dry clear. It's a Tombow glue. Is it Tombola glue or something like that? But it does, it dries clear. I put too much glue on. Don't tell anyone. I'm so pleased it does dry clear, mind. And last but not least, the ribbon. So the ribbon I'm using is the black and silver ribbon that's on the same page as the car dies. And all I've done is I've cut a loop off and I have just looped it round. And I'll just put some glue on there. This will take a while to dry. It won't dry straight away because of the nature of the glue. There we go. You know what, I think I might put a little dot on there as well. I'm going to put that underneath there. There we go. Take a while to dry. But there you have it. There's your card. So it doesn't take long to make. Change it any way you want. You put the cogs on the inside, put the cogs on the inside there. You could actually put a verse down there, actually, a little sentiment for somebody. But it is very easy to make and you can change it into different ways. I do hope you've enjoyed this and I hope it was helpful. Go and have a go and have a play. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.